are the 5 best rappers of all time. Think about it. Dylon, and Dylon. Because I spit hot fire.
All right, everybody, we're back. Look, I had to take a break because he said Wyclef. The only thing that Wyclef did good was a skit on Chappelle's show. Dylon.
That nigga didn't even say that shit.
You're too close. You're too close, man.
You're crazy. Come on, man. Bullet in the Bubble Goose.
Oh,
it's Wyclef.
He remixed a Bee Gees song. That shit was garbage.
The Wyclef album, The Carnival, you need to listen to it then.
I listened to it.
You need to listen to it again.
I don't need to listen to it again.
You need to listen. You need to listen to it again with your non-critical ears.
Once was enough.
I don't think that's possible. We've already discussed.
You should listen to it. Dope album. Download it.
I will. I'll listen to it.
Wyclef was the weakest lyricist in that group.
But he was a good artist.
You know,
he might paint pictures pretty good. I don't know. I'm just talking about his.
He was a good artist. His albums were not. The Carnival, the best one that he put out. Let's say it was a dope album in the '90s.
No, it wasn't.
I don't care what you say.
I'll listen to it. I'll start listening to it tonight.
Don't waste your time.
I'm going to because now I want to see because Wyclef. I remember
everything that I just mentioned on my list. You should listen to.
No, I'm not going to listen to everything on that list.
You should listen to The Firm because The Firm was dope. You should listen to DMX before he became a strung out fucking crackhead.
I don't think DMX makes it to my top 5 anything whatsoever. I feel like DMX was a played out part of the Rough Riders. That's how I feel.
DMX was the Rough Riders. So don't say he's a played out part of it. If you like Dragon, if you like Eve, if you like anybody on the fucking Rough Riders,
if you like Dragon, that's a problem.
Dragon wasn't nice. Bad.
He was good.
He had a good flow.
Dragon was the Joel Ortiz of the Rough Riders.
Dion, you're a problem.
Shout out to assholes everywhere.
Yo,
I sit across from one right now.
Yo, I like Joel Ortiz. He just can't hold down an album. That's all.
It's hit or miss. I don't like everything Joel Ortiz puts out.
Anyways,
and before you somehow listen to this, Joel Ortiz, if you ever do, don't make a whole CD about us because I know how you ranting,
shitting on niggas.
No, I like Joel Ortiz. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying he can't make an album. That's all. But look, we're speaking of albums.
Anyways,
we'll jump into mine. The world's been waiting for a winner. Here we go.
Yeah. So since we've already heard it, here's second runner up.
All vinyls.
Number one. The Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the Wu-Tang. 36 Chambers. One of the best group albums of all time.
It's a good album.
The album was dope.
Not in the top 5.
It is a top 5.
It's not a top 5.
You can throw shade if you want to.
I'm not throwing shade. It's a great album.
No, I'm not saying it's not. Album. It's a top 5 album.
I'm not saying it's not.
It's better than The Firm. Guaranteed.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can argue that all day. People know. I'm the people's champ.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Where does that get you? Nowhere.
Number two. Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP. From beginning to end, that album goes hard.
I can't front. I was going to put it on my list, but I figured I'd save all the non-pigment rappers to Dion because he was about to put them all on there.
It was one. Calm down. Number 3, we're going to go a little new school. Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. The album is
top 5 album of all time.
Album is fantastic.
Smack yourself.
Album is fantastic.
It's a dope album. You
complain about Forest Hill Drive.
It has not had enough.
You put name on your fucking top 5.
It has not had enough time out there to be top 5.
Don't care.
I know you don't care. But I'm just trying to tell you what it is.
History will prove that this album is dope.
It was a dope album. I'm not saying it's not. His last one,
it's a dope album. No, the last album was dope too. You have to have a good ear for the last album.
Oh right. You have to have a good ear. Because you have a fucking earpiece on.
No, I got a great ear.
I'm not gonna front. When I first heard his second album, I was super pissed. You can ask Fennell.
I remember hearing it because
I was pissed.
But you continue to listen to it
on repeat. Listen, it was good. It was a Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City was.
It's not as good as the first album.
It told the story from the beginning to end.
But the first album is still not top 5.
Every single song was dope. I don't care.
I'm not saying it's not.
I
completely.
Telling you, top 5.
Your backhanded compliments. I'm not even giving you one of those. It's a dope album.
It is. Number 4. The Blueprint. You can't listen to that CD and skip any songs.
So which one?
The Blueprint. Come on.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure you ain't trying to pull some KRS-One shit on us.
I feel like this is the first time.
Blueprint.
Okay.
That's it.
Listen, wholeheartedly agree with you.
Is this the first time in the 5 shows spam of the Shade Show that all 3 members that are actually on for the night agreed on one at least top 5 item? Because I feel like this is the first time that
It might be. I agree with stuff that he does. They're not always on the same list. Because again, I removed him from the list because of the fact that you already had him on.
But you had him on your list.
He was on my honorable mention.
Yeah. So,
It's a good album.
It's a good album.
Number 5.
I'm surprised you put a Jay-Z album in there.
I like Jay-Z. Number 5. This is the one you guys are gonna try to shit on, but I like it. I don't give a fuck. Most Def, Black on Both Sides. That album is fantastic. It's a conscious album. You gotta think. It's a thinking man's album.
Good album.
He's got good harmonies on it. He raps.
Maybe top 20, not top 5. Definitely a great album.
It's a great album.
Not top 5,
great
top
album.
20.
I'm gonna give you some honorable mentions off the top, just 'cause you guys like to throw honorable mentions out there. Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele, dope album.
Again, dope album.
Dope album.
I can't see. Unlike you, I can agree.
Nas, Stillmatic, not Illmatic. Everybody overhypes Illmatic. Illmatic was an okay album. Stillmatic was way better.
You know what's funny? I actually had Illmatic on my list, but I didn't classify that as top 5.
Yeah, it was in the top 5.
I didn't really put that up there.
And my
Can we get to the regular list and let you get some of these
my next
honorable mentions out later?
My last honorable mention. My last one. Calm down. Calm down.
No, I want to hear the full list because
I just gave you my list.
He did. He's done. That was his
your
5.
whole list was done.
I gave you Wu-Tang. You couldn't complain. I gave you Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP. I gave you Kendrick Lamar, King Kendrick. I gave you Jay-Z, the Blueprint, and I gave you Mos
He might be
Def.
your king.
I give you Mos Def.
You're the
5.
jester.
See, I can count, motherfucker. You can't count.
You're right. I can't.
Yeah. So I give you my
4, 5, 7.
mentions. And then the next one I'm going to give you is Ice Cube, Made in America.
What?
Don't even. Have you listened to Ice Cube, Made in America?
No.
Then don't. Then
Not
shut the fuck up.
not in this last decade.
It's Ice Cube's best album.
That's not saying much.
Ice Cube's one of the top 10 rappers of all time.
What? Top 10 rappers of all
whose
time?
list?
Are you high?
I don't even think
No, I wish I
that.
was so I could be on the same level as you.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, top 10 rappers of all time?
Yeah, I don't.
Most definitely.
I don't even think.
Most
BT
definitely what?
Agree with that.
Top 10 of all time.
I don't think Ice
Yeah, I
don't think Ice Cube would agree with that either.
Ice Cube would agree with that.
He himself would agree with that.
I think he might say his son's a better rapper than him at this
Oh,
point.
now you're being disrespectful.
He played a better Me and My Movie.
all the real hip hop heads. First of all, I want you to vote on the list. You can let me know that I won, and then I want
And
you.
then everybody can come to their senses and
and then
understand that
everybody-
Aaron has won again.
And then
What is
everybody
this, like,
again.
I'm about to get a fucking championship belt. I think I won every fucking week.
I don't.
And when
Nobody knows your
I don't
list. Nobody
necessarily-
cares.
and when you're voting, I want you guys to vote on the top 5, not Aaron's 45 billion fucking.
First off, we had
albums.
we had about the same amount of
I
honorable
only
mentions.
had honorable mentions because you plugged it. It's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Why is it bullshit?
Because you always be trying to like
Finagle the list.
make your own fucking
That's
rules as
right.
you go along.
That's right.
That's not how this shit works.
Again, another Puerto Rican feature of the rare ones that Aaron has.
Finagle things.
Yeah, I mean that's the list.
Eh,
That's the segment. I think that went pretty well.
It went great. Like I said, I won again.
I wouldn't
We
necessarily say that.
let you have your fucking time to speak, which I mean, we have to apparently.
Well,
That's what the show's about. Look, the show is basically about me, and then I bring y'all along.
He's the Mickey Mouse of this Disney.
That's what it is. We have to bring you on, and then we just have to make the show better.
Like if this was if we were the Avengers, I'm Iron Man.
Right.
You're like Ant-Man.
What?
Well, I guess Fennell's Ant-Man. He's like 3'4".
Yeah, Fennel
And,
get it. I gotta be Cap. I'll be Captain America, which is the real leader of the Avengers.
You're basically
Captain. You're just a finance guy. That's what that is.
You're basically Hulk.
You're the guy who brings all the technology and the money to the game,
Like, you're-
and everybody knows who the real leader is.
You're
Captain America.
You're basically Hawkeye.
Me.
You're basically Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Oh.
Like, you're indispensable.
That's
You're indispensable. Like it is what it is.
No, apparently that's Fennel. Because it's been
He doesn't show up to anything
we
he
could do
fucking shows.
Iron Man, Captain America right here, and he's just interchangeable Avenger.
And like,
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
it'd be nice if Fennell would show up once in a while. I got 2 kids. You got 1.
Yeah, I know, right?
Work.
And he's had his kids for mad long. You just had one. Come on now.
Bring your kid with you.
Listen, Fennell, you got us working part-time out here. You know what I'm saying? We subbing in for you.
Yeah, you're part of the West Coast Avengers, nigga.
There's no pay time off on the show. Dion turned that down before he even thought of this whole situation. So, let's bring it back, guy.
Yeah, bring your daughter. She needs a tan anyway.
Yeah, she needs some culture in her. Anyways, let's go ahead. We're going to move on.
I'm not burying a newborn. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Dion just...
We do have our first official plug and / commercial.
Do we?
We do. He was gonna come on, but technical difficulties and whatnot. So August 10th is the official launch of League Clothing. Get your clothes, get your t-shirts, you can custom made shirts, whatever you want. Go on leagueclothing.com.
Okay.
Jump on there. You go there now. First 15, 20 orders, I believe it is, going to get 20% off.
That's what's up. Mention the Shade Show and you get nothing. But just mention it anyway. Because we like to hear our names.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely do that.
That's what's up. So again, what is it?
It's leagueclothing.com. Leagueclothing.com. Hats, t-shirts. I don't think they're doing any pants yet, but custom tees. I'm actually working on right now with them with some official Shade Show merchandise.
All right.
Once Aaron gets around to handling the actual website part of our enterprise here.
Yes, I just gotten some responsibilities here, so we'll be putting some
merch,
social media out there. Hopefully, this League Clothing works out. We'll put some merchandise out there for you guys as well.
Yeah, I'll in the comments of the show, I'll put the website on there for everybody who doesn't have a pen handy, driving around in your car. Might be breastfeeding your dog. You never know what you're doing.
I just want to give a quick shout out. I did go to the website and the hats. The first hats that I see right away, they're pretty dope. Definitely something you might want to pick up before the summer's over, and style with this. But a shout out to the League, closing. Looks pretty dope so far.
Yep.
So sometime in the future we'll have the dude on. Name's Travis. Catch him up on Facebook. You could hit him up at some point. But again, leagueclothing.com. Check it out. Again, if you want anything custom made, they can do it for you. You put your order through. It's whatever. All right. So the next thing we're gonna jump into is a random rant. So, you know what we're gonna do? We'll save the random rant for last, right? So
we'll save the random rant because nobody wants to ever hear Dion talk last on anything. So we're gonna let him give his review.
This is the review
as we've been doing.
This is the Fennell review special. Originally, I was gonna review Ant-Man. Maybe sometime down the line I will. Ant-Man was actually pretty good. Instead, I'm going to review Fantastic Four. I watched Fantastic Four today, and let me tell you that there is literally nothing fantastic about this fucking movie. Nothing. The movie starts off basically following Reed Richards. For people who don't know about the Fantastic Four,
Mr. Fantastic.
It's a family essentially. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, her brother Johnny Storm, and their buddy Ben. So they're the Fantastic Four. Well, whatever. But basically, the movie starts off following Reed Richards. He's like a fucking little kid. Follow him up through fucking grade school until he gets a scholarship at the Baxter Foundation, where he meets Dr. Franklin Storm, who, because we have to do things politically correct in America now, is black for no fucking reason. And he needs him and Victor Von Doom. They're actually going with that, not his actual original name, which is nobody gives a shit about. They build this like who gives a fuck? The plot line is garbage. It doesn't even matter.
They build the negative zone.
They had to go to
right?
They had to go to the negative zone, right? So, and Sue for some reason is adopted. So that's how they explain how her and Johnny are brother and sister,
and not the same.
Right. So she's adopted, and apparently, like Reed and Ben are lifelong buddies,
which has always been the case, right?
It is. If you read the comic, if you watched the movie, you wouldn't fucking know because they had like 5 scenes together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it was just like ridiculous. And not only that, Sue and Reed in the comics are married. There's like no romantic interest whatsoever.
So they're just like buddies.
They're basically a means to an end. They're just like teammates, or like coworkers. It's like ridiculous. So not only that, when they go to the negative zone, which is where they get their powers, right? Sue doesn't even go with them. She gets it on accident when they come back, like by an accident. Oh. Then
by injection of some sort.
It just happens.
No, was anybody smashing?
Nope.
Oh boy. They touched.
Yeah. So then basically they come back. They fast forward a year because it's quite obvious what happened, right? Somebody wanted to make a Fantastic Four movie because they didn't want Marvel to have their rights back.
Right.
And they were like, we have to follow the same fucking formula as every other movie. We have to make an origin movie, but we don't want to make an origin movie. So let's just cram a bunch of shit in there and then fast forward a year. People won't give a fuck. So that's what they did.
Shout out to Fox. Fox fucking up movies, as usual.
There's like no family bond whatsoever.
So they're not Marvel's first family in this movie.
Basically Sue and Johnny, they're step siblings, so they're like, they barely even interact or give a fuck. It's basically like, you know when you go to a store and like you see somebody of the same ethnicity of you and you like awkwardly look eyes and you just give that like,
give them a head nod.
Yeah.
What's up?
Head nod.
That's what their relationship is in the fucking movie.
It's weird.
It's that kind of ridiculous. Like, and they made the movie as dark as humanly possible. Like somebody watched The Dark Knight and was like, we got to make that fucking movie just not good and without any of the heart of the fucking Dark Knight. Just make it real dark. Because, you know, the things like catchphrases, it's clobbering time. It's like haha, jokey thing. That phrase he got because his brother, when he was younger, used to say that to him before he beat the shit out of him. Like, abused the fuck out of him.
So he was bullied.
Yeah,
into
like
the phrase.
Yeah, like it's clobbering time. I'm gonna put the cigarette on you. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Where'd this come from? And then, oh my goodness. And you're probably like, well, at least they have Doctor Doom in it, right?
No.
Doctor Doom looks like his face is melted. Don't make no type of sense. His powers are fucking ridiculous. Like,
well, is he like Doctor Doom now? Like where he's just a god?
No, Doctor Doom has the power to make somebody's brain explode by thinking hard. That happened in the fucking movie. The fuck? Where did that come from? It made no fucking sense. When I got done with that movie, you know what I thought? I thought, damn.
Thanks, Fox, again.
No, I said the original Fantastic Four movies were awesome. That's how bad this movie was.
Wow.
So maybe that was the fucking point.
To bring you back to Jessica Alba.
They want you to get those DVD sales because they weren't trying to sell this fucking movie. This movie wasn't a superhero movie till the last 15 minutes. Oh. Before that, it was basically Gravity with Marvel characters.
Holy shit. No, Gravity was good.
The Gravity was boring as fuck.
Gravity was good, but
if you want to see Gravity, I'll tell you. If you haven't seen it yet, go to Google Earth, and then sit there for 45 minutes to an hour.
Gravity was good, people. Forget what Dion says. I mean, I'm going to have to agree with him on this Fantastic Four thing because I've read some reviews.
Awful.
And I heard it was awful.
Awful. Don't see it.
I'm still going to watch it.
Don't bootleg it. Don't watch it. Don't waste the hard drive. I'm telling you.
I'm still going to watch it somehow. Wow.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
Do they at least lead into a sequel? Just to keep the name.
Well, why? Why would they? I mean, if it's that bad.
Listen, but everybody knows the whole reason for this movie was so that way Fox could hold on to another Marvel name. They lost Daredevil, they lost Ghost Rider recently.
Yep. Punisher.
They lost Punisher, so they're just trying to they're grasping at straws at this point. X-Men already looks like it's going to be a fucking horrible movie because fucking Apocalypse looks like the
Dr.
goo.
Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze from the fucking Power Ranger movies. Yeah. So,
I mean, there's some subliminal things that perhaps there might be a crossover between them and X-Men.
They've confirmed it. Bryan Singer has already confirmed that there's going to be a crossover between this Fantastic Four franchise and Marvel. The X-Men, I mean.
I can't see how this Fantastic Four movie makes any money, honestly. I can't see it. And the problem is, at this point, that the Fantastic Four are so ruined that I don't even think that if Marvel got them back, anyone would give a fuck.
Well, Marvel stopped printing dedicated Marvel comics.
That was like an Italian mobster like dickhead.
Well, yeah,
because Fantastic Four was like their top selling fucking comic. It was like their top 5 comics each week.
Well, yeah, they stopped doing it because they were like, fuck Marvel.
Well, they were like, fuck Fox.
Fuck Fox. I'm sorry.
And speaking of X-Men, though, they're trying to get a TV show, a live-action TV show. They're negotiating right now with Marvel to try to get the...
What, X Factor?
No, like an X-Men live-action show.
But, like, with...
X-Men,
just random, nobody cares, or are they making up their own characters now?
Well, I mean, there's 4 billion fucking X-Men, so, I mean, they can take a team like... They can put fucking Colossus, because nobody gives a fuck about him.
But no, Colossus has already been in, 3-4 movies at this point.
Well, still has Phil from S.H.I.E.L.D., but he still has a TV show.
Yeah, but Phil was just a guy. They're not going to spend the money on fucking CGI and Colossus into a fucking...
Colossus isn't walking around in his, form all the time.
But the way that Fox does things, because Fox can't keep a fucking show, no matter what it is,
that's true,
running for more than a season, if that. Well, sometimes they get half seasons.
They renewed Gotham.
My point. Gotham...
I couldn't get into it.
Gotham, I watch it, but Gotham unfortunately, is trash.
Gotham is a cop show that they put comic book characters.
And I still hate the fact that Gotham... I don't know what time it is.
Ever.
They got flip phones, cell phones, fat back computers, but then they got like crazy other things. Like they got flash photography, like with the big metal cone. Like I don't understand what the timeline is.
Well, it's its own timeline, right? Because they don't count Gotham City as a real city. They don't. It's not like New York.
So it can't have real technology. Like
well, it does.
No, they don't have fucking like. They'll have a flip phone, right? Then next thing, it'll be like an iPhone 6, but then they're looking at a computer that's got a fat back to it. Like it makes no change.
Well, they have to have the iPhone 6 in there for product placement. Right? That's how they get their advertisement bucks.
I'm just saying the timeline doesn't make sense. The timeline of the characters don't make sense.
Not at all. It's ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that Joker's 15 years older than fucking Batman.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense that like him and Catwoman were like homies when they were kids. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is the Riddler 45?
It's just and mind you, because I'm a fucking completist, I watch it.
I honestly look. I'm a Batman fan. Like I'm a Batman fan. I can't watch it. My wife loves the fucking show. She watches it all the time. She'll watch reruns of it. I can't fuck with it. I can't mess with I watched up until the point where Will Smith's ex-wife? No, I don't know if they're getting divorced.
They're still together. That was all a ruse.
Yeah, they're not getting divorced.
You can't get
Miss Piggy and Kermit though.
You can't get
sorry guys, Miss Piggy and Kermit are no longer together. It's a sad day.
You can't get divorced and if you're a Scientologist though. One of you guys have to disappear. And like you can't get divorced. One just goes away. Like have you seen Katie Holmes around anymore? Nah. Nope. You don't see her. She's gone. She's a fucking ghost.
I gotta agree. I mean, she was out not too long ago, maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. Her and Siri. But yeah, other than that, really, she's got a show or something out, doesn't she?
I think she's on Ray Donovan, which I haven't watched this season yet.
Yeah, I think she is. She's on some series.
But I mean, that's why we have to deal with Maggie Gyllenhaal and fucking The Dark Knight because Tom Cruise was like, "We ain't going out. We got to stay in this white room with the baby."
Yeah. That fucking bothered me so bad.
He treated her like Fennell right now. He's sitting at home like I can't come out. Gotta sit in this white room with the baby.
Shots fired.
Wow. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a second here, and then we'll come back. I'll give you my short rant. This ain't gonna be a Dion rant for like 25 minutes.
So basically, what he's saying is you could take a piss and skip it, But anyway, we'll be back after this. And
it'll still be better than anything that Dion ever said.
Fail. Back. We took a quick break to watch this dumbass video that Michael J posted.
Yes, Michael J.
Shout out Mike for wasting our time.
That was awful.
It wasn't. It was not good.
If that's the type of effort that you put up last night, I can see why you lost.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Matt, who at some point will be on the show as well. They went out to a local establishment called the Shanty. Yep.
We're plugging them. We ain't getting
no royalties from the Shanty.
But okay.
They put on a comedy show. Apparently, it was decent.
Yeah.
But neither one of those clowns won, so we're gonna move on.
I mean, we do have somebody. We should take advantage of our situation. We do have a guest host that was at the show. Why don't you give us your rundown of what the show was?
All right, well here we go, Carlos. Here's your moment to shine since your list was trash. Go ahead and give us your review. Give us your review of last night's comedy show.
Honestly speaking, it was a. I can't complain. It was a very good show. I went to the show and I didn't have a lot of hopes. Like I didn't have high hopes.
Didn't have a lot of hopes, or were you open to?
Yeah, I was. It was.
I came in with low expectations.
I literally took this and was like, cool. My boy is doing this, so let's check it out. Let's go show support. And I told my girl, I was like, yo, it's something different. So let's do something different for tonight. I was tired of the regular. So we
the regular nothing that happens every week.
So we made our way over there. The place, it was dope. It was a good crowd. There was a lot of different people there, and all the comedians actually did their thing. Everybody was very funny. Shout out Matt for opening the show. You were the first guy up there.
Oh, you opened the show?
Yeah, he was the first guy up there.
Open the show with rape jokes. That's rough.
Not a lot of rape jokes.
It's kind of like our show. We let Dion talk, and it can only get better from there.
From there, right? Shout out Matt. You did your thing up there. It was weird. I didn't like the whole Hershey kiss on the top of the dick part. It was, but whatever. It was a very good show. I enjoyed myself.
Can we just hold on a second for the He said it was good, except for the Hershey kiss on the top of the dick.
Yeah.
So what?
He was expressing himself about doing anal.
Okay.
And okay.
Was it his dick that he was talking about?
What? I hope so. Because
this is going someplace we don't need to go to.
This is going to a dark place where Hershey kisses come out.
We are stepping dangerously close to the line of Matt's Bad Judgment 3.0.
Yeah.
Just think that show.
But overall, I would say it was a very good show. I enjoyed myself for the first comedy show that I've ever been to. I had some good laughs. And I'm looking forward to the next one, actually. So
that's what's up. So shout out to Matt and shout out to Mike, doing your thing.
I'm sure at some point we'll get them on. We're hoping to have a big comedy special.
Yep.
And then we're gonna also do a roast at some point. We'll announce that a little bit down the road.
Yeah. Definitely thinking about getting someone on here to get roasted up.
That'll actually be a YouTube special with actual video. Hopefully
that actually is gonna be pretty funny because you guys do realize that roasting happens within our daily basis.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
it sure does. I roast people on the regular.
You get roasted on the regular too,
people try to roast me, but it never translates into English.
Wow.
AKA whenever Carlos talks. Yeah. But moving on, I'm going to go ahead and get into my rant. It's going to be my weekly rant for the week. Dion's been dying to rant again, but I figured the audience didn't want to hear Dion speak because I hardly can hold myself every time I'm next to him, listening to him talk. Anyway,
this is another attempt at Aaron trying to show the same joke. Like he's only got.
I never talked anything about hate. I just said I can't stand the man's voice.
He's only got two jokes. He's only got two.
He recycles them. around all of us. He uses the same jokes for all of us.
Fucking Carrot Top.
You guys know that shit ain't the truth, because this isn't a joke, which I won't even get into. But my rant right now, again, it's going to be a short rant. It's not going to be all long and drawn out. But what I'd like to rant about is radio. There are a lot of songs out there right now by pop artists that want to fit into, an urban demographic that will put, and I'll just say urban artists, because it's not always just, no, never mind, I'm not even going to do that. They'll put a rapper on their song. But what happens on the radio is, the artist was good enough to be featured on the record with that pop artist, but radio won't play it. I hate listening to the radio, listening to a song that is actually pretty good, but you only get half of it. It's always the watered down version of it, because the mainstream radio won't put the hip-hop artist unless you're Eminem. The only other artist that I've heard that's actually been on the radio, not on a hip-hop station, is Wiz Khalifa, which isn't even a great rapper anyway, but he's on a Sam Smith song. My thing is, if the artist was good enough to work with this hip-hop artist, put him on the fucking radio. Who cares? Maybe your listeners aren't hip-hop listeners, but or they want to listen to rap, but if the artist was cool with making a featured with them, put him on the fucking radio. Everybody needs to get their shine. I know Tyrese is out there right now bitching and complaining to everybody that'll listen, because he's got apparently a song that's in the top 20, but it never gets played on the radio. But he complains the fact that if it was Sam Smith, if it was Justin Timberlake, it's going to get played. And honestly, I mean, I gotta agree with him. I mean, it just doesn't happen. I don't want to do a color thing, because it's not a white or black thing, but put them on the radio. Who cares? Who cares what it is? The song, if the song's good, just play it. And that's my short ass rant.
The rant was garbage.
It was. I would agree with him, because
fuck you. You only listen to fucking La Mega.
Number one, I feel like Lil Wayne has been featured in a bunch of radio songs.
Yeah, let me
on what radio station?
First of all, it depends on what station.
I'm talking about the radio stations that only playing pop.
If you're talking about like B104, yeah, I've heard Drake on there plenty of times. He's the number one hip hop artist in the world right now.
It's not the case.
It is the case.
I tell you right now, if
I've heard
they're not featured, you'll hear a fucking Taylor Swift song. You never hear Kendrick's part of it.
I did hear it. I heard today, actually.
On what radio station?
B104.
That's not true.
It is
because I listen to this every morning. Maybe they wait till nighttime when everybody's asleep.
I listen to it at work. I listen to it at night.
I listen to that shit in the morning on the way into work.
It's not the case. My rent stands. Fuck these assholes.
I heard J. Cole on that that Crooked Smile song gets played fucking a million times on that goddamn
That's
station.
not that. No. Well, apparently I only listen to the radio on my way to work, and I hear this, and they never get played.
But
if I was listening, if I had an 8-hour shift at work that I could listen to the radio station, I guess I might have a different view. But unfortunately,
shots fired.
Sometimes people work at work.
So we're gonna make a segment of a rant about half-ass research, which is what you do any other time during the show. So why should it be any fucking different now?
It's not half-ass. It's my research.
Your fucking rant sucked. I was expecting something better, especially with all the shit you talk on a 8-hour basis.
If you notice something, Carlos, like his rants always suck. His lists are pretty much
I've only had one other rant, because
and it was garbage.
You try to fucking take everything over because you think people want to hear you. But nobody wants to hear you.
They do want to hear
because nobody wants to hear about hate. We want positivity. All right?
A rant, by definition...
A rant by definition is not necessarily negative.
Shout out New Day, the positivity.
We can have positivity rants all day.
I think you should probably look up what the definition of rant means.
Well,
let's go ahead and see.
You're supposed to be, pissed about it. Something's pissing you off.
Well, that does piss me off, because it is true.
Hey,
a lot of times I go on the radio and I only hear half a fucking song. Well, I want to hear a full fucking song.
You know what normal
maybe
people do?
If you want to worry about your compliance, you might be able to hear a whole fucking song. You can hear it.
Not only that, but normal people, when they want to hear some shit on the radio, they usually fucking call up and request it.
No, not normal people.
What?
How many times? How many times have you called into the radio station?
Well, I'm not sitting here
you're
complaining.
Not a normal person? Shut the
I'm
fuck
not sitting here complaining because I haven't heard fucking Tyrese on the radio. You know,
I haven't even heard that song. I was just piggybacking
again,
off of him.
I'm not complaining. My rant.
No, the reason why you don't hear Tyrese on the radio is because nobody gives a fuck about Tyrese.
Listen, Tyrese, the next Jon Stewart.
I don't, I didn't have a rant.
Not Jon Stewart on Comedy Central. Shout out to the Daily Show. That's over.
Yeah, it was a good finale yesterday.
I didn't watch that shit.
I recorded it.
Yeah, I feel like your rant could have been a little stronger, but this was a stupid thing.
So just going to how Dion said a rant by definition is negative. It's not. It's speak or shout at length in a wild, impassioned way. So fuck you, you negative bastard.
The troll has spoken.
Yes.
The bottom line is today's episode should be called Aaron's L's. You've taken L's all fucking day.
Why? I still had the best list on this fucking.
No, you didn't. So,
don't talk,
this
Carlos,
list was debatable,
because your list was definitely the last, the bottom, most trash
according
list.
to you, though, Aaron, that's the thing. That's according to you.
According to Dion too, because Dion.
Yeah, that list was good.
Thank you.
You didn't even.
Thank you, Dion. We agreed today.
You didn't like Dion's list. He didn't like your list either.
No, first of all, me and Dion go back and forth because Dion thinks he won, but he knows I won.
What? No.
And then he says that he won,
Aaron,
but we know I won.
You win.
But your list was trash.
Shout out Alicia, because Aaron is like your twin.
No, it made sense. It made sense that Carlos sat in Fennell's list because Fennell's list is always on the bottom as well.
What?
So Carlos just.
Thank you always
thank you for fitting in.
Nobody ever co-signs your list.
Listen,
everybody co-signs my list.
No,
Fennell co-signs my list, and he's always sitting in the loser's chair.
The problem is that nobody wants
right next to you.
So I can't blame him. He can't sit above the fucking table.
Shout out for the special short people seat he left over here.
So I mean that we can go on all day. That's the show today. We gotta get some plugs in.
Yeah, plug it up. Carlos, since you're the guest here, we'll let you go ahead and plug.
Any is there like?
Do you want people to follow you?
I mean, yeah. Why not?
So that's what this portion of the show is, dummy. Go ahead and mention something.
You want me to? If you want to go ahead and follow me,
we want you to say it because they can't fucking think what you're thinking.
My name is Carlos. Go ahead and find me on Facebook, Instagram at I am Loso. Go ahead and follow me if you would like to. I'm pretty sure that I put up a lot of good songs throughout the day. So go ahead and follow me. You'll enjoy my playlist.
All those reggaeton, heavy bass.
Yeah,
he'll be adding the words in English. Not phonetically correct, apparently.
Again, but just guys, understand that Aaron is an Americanized Puerto Rican. Aaron,
listen, I've always said I'm a New Yurican. Never said necessarily Puerto Rican.
I know a lot more New Yorkers that speak are more. Matter of fact, I know New Yorkers are way more in contact.
We don't want to centralize this radio show, but I'm pretty sure you don't know anything outside of 30 block radius.
Whoa! What do you mean a 30 block radius?
I'm pretty sure that you can only say 30 block radius and mean one thing.
No. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not. I myself, I'm Americanized Puerto Rican. Like, I mean, I know a lot more. The problem is that I haven't, gave up on my race yet, like you.
I didn't give up on my race. I plug the race all the time.
Yeah, no, you know.
I don't speak Spanish. I also believe I'm above it at some points during the day. So. Anyways,
this was a fantastic plug of Universal.
Univisión. Shout out to Univisión. Sábado Gigante. We'll miss you.
Rojo Vivo.
I'll go ahead and put my plugs out there. They're always the same. You can check me out. I'm on Twitter now, repping the show as usual. It's Knock One Back at Twitter or at Knock One Back on Twitter. You can catch me on Facebook by the name Aaron Guzman, or on Instagram also at Knock One Back. So get at me.
Can we just segue real quick before you continue with your plugs? At the fact that
my plugs are over, but yeah, we can go ahead.
I've honestly tried like fucking 7 different times to create a Twitter account. Right?
Well, that's because Twitter's in English.
Well, and I understand that, but I just refuse. For some reason, the app always asks me to put my fucking cell phone number in. I don't feel comfortable with Facebook or none of those apps having my fucking personal cell phone number at all. So, good job. I'm glad. It don't matter.
Give him one of those fake ass
The drop
Google number or something.
When you go to like the the corner store, you get those like little
Get him
the bodegas.
Get him the track phone number.
Yeah. You know, unfortunately. Matter of fact, if anybody want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram and send me your Obama phone number so I can use it for my Twitter account, shout out. Go ahead and slide in my IM and just give me that number. I'm pretty sure you
Obama phones.
Yeah, shout out to the Obama phones. I'm pretty sure you won't have no minutes on that shit either. So just give me the number so I can use it for my Twitter account.
Fair enough. Shout out to the Hispanic Donald Trump sitting to my left.
So the only thing I'm gonna plug is show related. We're gonna be doing a live fantasy football draft. We got some people in it. Chris reserved a spot. You're forced to do it.
I'm forced to do it. I don't know too much about. We had this conversation. I'm not a humongous sports fan. Like I can't watch ESPN and watch fucking Sports Center all day. Watch the same fucking interviews, same fucking stories, and they just change the segues into it. But I'm in there.
It's another show.
It's another show.
Anyway, we're gonna do the live draft. We're gonna do that.
I'm pretty sure my team will be the best one anyway, though. Like usual.
I'm gonna plug again that comedy special that we're hopefully Aaron can mend some.
Matt, I'm coming at you,
nigga. we can get some people on. We might need a bigger table to host that, but we'll work that out. What else we got?
Give him the email.
Yeah,
give him the email. Send all that hate mail to Dion.
Yeah,
he's used to it.
The Shade Show Podcast at gmail.com. Again, the Shade Show Podcast at gmail.com. You can let me know that I won again. I get mail all the time. Listen, you're the best.
Yeah, but you're the one who's sending it to yourself, so that shit never fucking counts.
Generic email accounts and shit.
It is what it is. Shout out to what's your sister's comic book company again? IDW Comics. Pick up your Ninja Turtles and your Transformers comics.
Give it up. Give me the loot.
I actually did read a pretty good one, but we'll talk about that. I mean, our comic book special the other day.
Yeah, we'll do another comic book episode. We'll talk about it.
So yeah, that's the show today. Hope you guys liked it. Tune in. Let us know. Comments. You can let us know about what the guest host today. His awful list. Thank you for showing up today.
Thanks for showing up, Carlos. We'll never have you on here again. But it was nice to have another Hispanic person in the room for once. Yeah, get us at iTunes. Get us at SoundCloud. You got that YouTube going on.
Yep, YouTube will be up.
The social media sites will be up and running. I'm gonna get that going. I'm gonna, put some real work in.
Wow.
But
yeah.
Impressed.
If you want a guest on the show, we let Fennell in charge of it. But since he never shows up, you can either let me or Aaron know. Yeah. Since it's at his house, you should probably ask him.
Yeah.
But let us know when you want to come in. Just don't say you're going to show up and then not show up after we do a whole fashion show on you and board the audience.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much waterboard the whole show.
Yeah.
To specify it, but
so no shout out to Music Fest and no shout out to fashion. That's the show.
Yeah. You guys have a good night.